Hi, my name is Barry Kislowicz, B'nai Chul 95, and it's my pleasure to share a short Dvar Torah for Parshat Naso. Perhaps one of the centerpieces in a jam-packed parsha is the short but poignant Birkat Kohanim, which comes right around the middle of the parsha and has the psukim we all know. Yivarech Hashem yishmerecha, Ya'er Hashem panav elecha v'yichuneka, Yisa Hashem panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. And on this last pasuk of Yisa Hashem panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom, the Gemara and Midrashim ask what's really a striking question. And they say, essentially, on the one hand, we learn throughout Chumash, Hashem is called Asher lo yisafanim. Hashem will not show favor. And we, when we serve as dayanim, as human judges, are also told not to be noseh panim, not to show favor in judgment. And so this question in the Gemara and Brachot, it's put in the mouths of Malchi Asharet, who say before Ribono Shel Olam, how can you be noseh panim? How can you show favor to Am Yisrael? Yisa Hashem panav elecha, if we know you are Asher lo yisafanim. And the Gemara and Midrashim have an array of answers. I think one of the most poignant comes from the Gemara and Brachot Daf Kaf and is expanded upon in the Midrash in Bamidbar Rabbah, where essentially the Midrash says, yes, there's a contradiction. And it actually puts the answer to this contradiction in the mouth of Hashem itself. I'm quoting the Midrash in Bamidbar Rabbah, Amar Kadosh Baruch Hu, Hashem says, Kishem shehem nosim li panim, kach ani noseh lahem panim. I show favor to Am Yisrael because they show favor to me. What does that mean? Katavti v'torati v'achalta v'savata v'erachta. There's mitzvah of Birkat Hamazon, which says you will eat and you will be satiated and you will bless. But what happens? Adam Yisrael Yoshev Hu Vanav Bnei Beito. A Jew is sitting around the table, them, their family, their children. Ve'en lifneim kedei shviya, and they don't have enough food. And nonetheless, nosim li panim u'mevarchim v'diktiku al atzman ad kezayit ad kebeitza. They show favor to me and make a bracha if they've had as little as a kezayit or kebeitza of bread. What does this mean? Why this answer? Why specifically Birkat Hamazon? So Rav Kook in Ein Hayah has an amazing explanation. He says, yes, Hashem is supposed to judge justly. Hashem says he'll judge justly. But why? To what end? Why is it important that Hashem judges justly? And Rav Kook frames it the way he frames much of our involvement, much of the purpose of our limud Torah, which is to grow and develop, to become the most virtuous, developed people and character that we can. And so Rav Kook explains that if Hashem wants, as an educator, as a parent almost, to help people develop and help people develop appropriate characteristics and virtues, then if he lets the negative slide, if we do averot and then nothing happens, if we simply get everything almost for free, as it were, regardless of whether we deserve it, that's not likely to lead us to an appreciation of what's right, to a commitment to do what's right. And so there needs to be justice, not only because justice is its own innate value, but because justice is what enables us to grow and develop appropriately. And so then Rav Kook says, well, what is going on here in Birkat Hamazon? If what's happening here is that we are showing hakarat hatov, and we're showing hakarat hatov not only when we have what's good, which in and of itself is challenging, but we're showing our hakarat hatov even when things are far from perfect. But we can see and appreciate what's right, and we've internalized that appreciation for everything that Hashem does. So Rav Kook says someone who's internalized that person will thank Hashem and develop appropriately, even if Hashem lets things slide. Because if you get something you don't deserve, and you're that kind of person who appreciates, everything you get will still fundamentally channel into your hakarat hatov, into your appreciation and thanks for Hashem. So Hashem is essentially saying, yes, justice is important. But when Am Yisrael embodies the recognition and the understanding that everything comes from Hashem, and that Hashem deserves thanks and appreciation, hakarat hatov, for each of these items, then Hashem says, I can safely give them even things that, as it were, they don't deserve, because anything they get will feed into their appropriate development. Anything and everything they get simply feeds back into their hakarat hatov, their appreciation, their thanks for me. And so when Am Yisrael behaves this way, the requirement of justice simply isn't needed. I wish us all that we're able to develop that midah of hakarat hatov, that ability to appreciate everything that Hashem does for us, even when things are difficult, and that through that we merit the final bracha, Yisa Hashem panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom.